The earth is singing a sweet refrain, every spirit rising to break the chain. Mercy flows not as escape or fear, but as a song to heal, crystal clear. Heaven's not a dream in the endless night. It begins here now on perfect wholeness, spirit and play. In truth we thunder, foundation sway. God's not watching from a distant star, but walks beside right where we are.
Heaven Among Us. That's on my post on my YouTube channel. Go on over there and share it, like it, hit the button, bell icons, all the fun stuff that goes with it if you would. Because every little bit you share with others, the more algorithm is shared with others, and the more it goes out into the universe. And if you could serve the Lord Jesus Christ by sending out just one song, one devotional, one message, then your reward won't be forgotten by God himself. Always remember that. This is all for him and no glory for us. Now, y'all heard the song, Heaven Among Us, by yours truly. And now it's time for a devotional. It's going to come out of 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 4. And it's a partial one, and it says, in much patience, in affliction, in necessities, in distress. That's 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 4, if you want to read the whole thing. And now the devotional listing is amid a crowd of paltry things. Amid a crowd of paltry things. And it says, it takes almighty grace to take the next step when there is no vision and no spectator. In the next step in devotion, the next step in your study, in your reading, in your kitchen, the next step in your duty, when there is no vision from God, no enthusiasm, and no spectator. It takes far more of the grace of God, far more conscious drawing upon God to take that next step than it does to preach the gospel. Every Christian has to partake of what was the essence of the incarnation. He must bring the thing down into flesh and blood actualities and work it out through the fingertips. We flag when there is no vision, no uplift, but the common round, the trivial task. The thing that tells in the long run for God and for men is the steady, persevering work in the unseen. And the only way to keep the life uncrushed is to live looking to God. Ask God to keep the eyes of your spirit open to the risen Christ. And it will be impossible for drudgery to dampen you. Continuously get away from pettiness and paltriness of mind and thought out into the 13th chapter of St. John's Gospel. Now, when we're looking as Christians, we should be more in-depth, more soul-searching of ourselves and others, the way they serve, the way they look and reflect God's grace and mercy. If we are just surface skimming what God has granted us or taught us, then you're not going to dive deep into the true essence of what God is. He's more than what most can understand. And if we truly seek Him daily, hourly, minutely, to ensure that His Word is our main priority, His devotion should be our substance. Without us seeking Him truly, wholeheartedly, devoutly, then we will never be accomplishing what He has set out for us in our task to accomplish. Are you today serving the great I Am? Or are you just surface skimming just enough to get by? You know, when I was in school, I ain't gonna be the first to deny that I cheated. Yes, I cheated. Copying cheat sheets on the hands and feet and doing whatever I could do to just get by on the skin of my teeth. But as I grew older and wiser in my knowledge and my education for school, I realized there was more of a substance of me truly trying to find out the essence of myself and the knowledge that I acquire. I drew them notes and threw them away in the trash and started living for who I was, who I could try to acquire to be. I failed a lot, put myself short a lot by not placing God first in the equation. Had I placed Him first, all the answers would have been at my disposal and all the tests would have been so much easier. The battles would have been a lot less harmful to my spirit and mind. But we too must go through fire and persecution to cleanse us from the inside out, to decide where in life we want to be. Do you want to be in the rich world and get all the wealth for yourself and think that that's all life is about? Or would you rather seek Him wholeheartedly and decide that only His matters? I pray the latter is yours. And if not, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you to find that way that God has enriched in your life, that you can achieve whatever your heart's desire if you place Him first in all you do or say. He will catch you, I promise you. He's told me that Himself. And that's a promise that I'm going to hold Him to. Heaven among us, and I pray that this has touched you as much as reading it to you touched me. And if it did, y'all come back. You hear? Man, I thought this was going to play. Well, I think it's decided not to. Wouldn't you know it? And of all times for it to fall and fail. But like God said, He will catch you and carry you the rest of the way. Faith. When hearts declare, and when we move in harmony, we grow. A boundless joy in the steps we sow. Creation's melody waking the sky. Our lives a verse will never die. Sorry about the doorbell.
Each step, a story anew. Unified heartbeats breaking through. Heaven's dream in the endless night.
Train to salvation. Salvation. Get your ticket.
No fear, no
Jesus
doubt.
Christ
We
is the way.
walk in truth.